Hello everybody and welcome back. This is episode number 35 of the Amber Army YouTube's Championship Manager 0102 Retro Series with Aston Villa, and we are now on the brink of starting season number 3, but it has been a busy summer, so I am going to take you to, first of all, our outs. Taribo West caused up a stir, and the people in the dressing room didn't really like him very much for saying that he wanted to move to Liverpool. Sure as hell Liverpool came in for him. At the same time came in for Peter Crouch, so I thought I'd upbid them, get them to bid a little bit extra, and eventually they came through. Taribo West went for 10 million in the end. I thought that was fair because he is 29 after all. And Peter Crouch went for 7.25, England under 21. I thought, yeah, we want a little bit more money for him than what Liverpool were offering, which was around about 4 million. So I pushed them up for a little bit, and we ended up selling him. But at the end of last season, managed to push out Darius Vassell to Chelsea, and they picked him up for 7.75 million. So he wasn't really performing for us. I wasn't a big fan of his. Chelsea picked him up, so that was that. Players in. Now, we spent 25.5 million. I'll show you who on now. Ludvigsen is a 21-year-old Norwegian striker. He's kind of unproven, but because both Crouch and Vassell went, I thought, well, we need to replace Crouch. We needed to replace Vassell, but we needed to bring in someone who was much better. Now, this is a pacey striker with a bit of, dribbling, finishing, off the ball. He's pretty much got it all. He's got some work to do, of course, but he's 21 years of age, and we picked him up for a cool 3.2 million from Rosenborg. Milan Petkov is someone we picked up on a Bosman ruling, who we offered a contract to earlier in the season, just to bulk up our central midfield. And then, obviously, Lee Hendry, you saw had left. I didn't mention him, sorry, but yeah, we transferred him to go on. His average ratings were well under 7. We needed someone better. Now, this was a tough person to sign, Azar Karadas. He didn't want to join us at first, but he did in the end, 22 years of age, and look how good he is already. This is going to be a superstar central defender. We picked him up for 6.75 mil. See some good ratings, and first team player for Rosenborg. Yeah, it's definitely a good signing. Udinese's main striker, Roberto Muzzi, if you remember him, had a relegation release clause. Udinese went down from Serie A, so he had a relegation release clause of 3.8 million. He's 31 years of age, but he's still rapid, still got the strength and stamina, still got the technique, still got the finishing and the off the ball. He could well be the good goal scoring striker that we need to play alongside Luca Toni. So that is who is going to be my starting two up front, is Muzzi and Luca Toni. Obviously, because of the sale of Taribo West, we needed another central defender. Alessandro Grandoni certainly fits the profile for what we're looking for. He's only 26, so we've got plenty of years left in him. Taribo West was 3 years older, and we only paid 1.75 million more than what we got for Taribo West. And as you can see, the average ratings are very good, and that's Sampdoria in Serie A. And he is a very, very fast central defender. His positioning is excellent. He's strong. He's good in the air. His heading and his jumping. So his marking is great. Everything about him is great. He is going to be a fantastic central defender for us. And also in the pipeline, Lambros Chonos. Now, this is a strange one. This one is. You look at him and you think, well, what are you trying to sign him for? He's only 20 years old, and if we can get a really good turnaround on him, look, acceleration and pace, his stamina and strength, his jumping, his long shots, his influence for a 20-year-old, flair. There's something about this kind of player that I tend to like on these types of games. So his balance is 70 as well. So if his strength and balance is that good, and he's that much of a flair player. This could be an Akinfenwa in the making, to be honest with you, but a top of the range Akinfenwa. Because we sign him now at 20, and his finishing goes up to like 12 over the next 2 years. I mean, and his heading can go up as well. We have a bit of a weapon on our hands here, so that's the reason why I'm signing him. And I know I said I wasn't really looking to improve the central midfield, but we've got money. And to be honest with you, I think it is the one area that we could improve upon a little bit more. Andres D'Alessandro is interested in a move to us, and look at those stats. He's still only 22, and a second nationality Italian means he won't need a work permit either. So we have got a big bid in for him. It could have to go up to more, but we are sitting on some decent funds at the moment. So if we sign those two, I'd imagine it's going to be... Langley is improving, his stats are bulking. Stephen Hughes could be the one to go. He played a small part in our push last season, but he would eventually have to go. So it's going to be Stephen Hughes. So I'm going to just drop him into the reserves now. Actually, I'll just transfer list him, because if it's not D'Alessandro, then it's going to be somebody else. So we will have a strong choice of central midfielder if we sign D'Alessandro. Our team is ready for this next season. So straight on to the first game, I think, actually. So here we are, game 1 at Bolton, and I've gone with Grandoni and Caradas. I got a feeling that's going to be our central defensive pairing for the future. Obviously, Melberg's pushing on. I know he's a good captain choice, but so is Elise, who starts with Sabea, Bakiroglu, Bakini. We said in the last episode, Bakiroglu and Bakini will be our wing choices. Mutsi and Tony will be our up front choices. So we're looking good as we go into this game. We haven't rampacked the team with players. We're building slowly now. I know I do go on a bit of a spending spree. I do try and find lots of bargains, but now it's about picking up the right players to put the final pieces together now. And not the best of starts, of course. We need to get into the game a little bit more. Carrada's looking for a debut goal. They were both of them good in the air. Both defenders good in the air. We may see some goals from our central defenders this season, because we didn't see many of them last season. Melberg would pick up the odd goal. We've got to get ourselves into this game now. Oh, off the bar. Sunday Olise. Unlucky son. Oh, what's he going to do with the ball, man? Been a poor first half so far. Need to make some more chances. They seem to have the better on the game at the moment. Got to turn it round. So not a good first half, guys. Let's see if the second half will be any better for us. I say we usually do better second half. Lise, doing better now. Doing much better. Bikini on the head. Unlucky. We're firing at their goal now. Debut goal for Mutsi. And we're back in it. It's 1-1. Oh, that didn't last long, did it? Good God. We were doing much better than them in the second half. We just took our eyes off the prize just a little bit. Okay, Mutsi's going to have to come off and shoot us. Lise for Petkov. We'll leave it at that, but we'll look at Bakiroglu for Ishizaki by around about the 80th minute. Don't want to open up our campaign with a loss. Come on then, Villa. Oh. Oh. Ah, you bastards. Can't believe that. Much the better team as it turned out in the end, but we start our campaign with a loss, guys. I'll take you through the other games that we got actually. So we're home to Middlesbrough, then away to Chelsea in the next couple of games. So I'll see you at the Middlesbrough game. Let's hope we can turn things around. Right then, guys, here we are. We are now a home game against Middlesbrough. Team is completely unchanged. Need to fire back with a win, because that was a disappointing loss that was to start things off with. See if we can put it behind us. Tony gets it wrong. Still no sign of D'Alessandro. Our bid is still outstanding, but we're waiting for River Plate to come back to us. If it's not going to be him, it will be someone else. But I hope it's him, because he is an absolute legend. You've seen his stats. So far, so poor at the moment. Middlesbrough looking the better of the two teams. We're edging our way back into the game now. Luca Toni been at the centre of chances. We could do with some of the Luca Toni goal scoring form that we're used to. There we go, it's half time. We're usually better second half. Certainly proved that case in the last game. Oh, come on, someone stick it in the net. Good God. Oh, Tony is missing his chances in this one. Oh, they just hit the woodwork. Good God. My God, that's fucked up. So Elise still isn't looking all that good. Bakiroglu for Ishizaki. Let's see if those changes can do anything. Create some more chances, at least. How many headers does Tony need to score a goal? Oh, don't say that this is going to be the case. Two losses on the bounce and been the better team in both games, and it's the goals that are not coming in. To the next game then, guys. Final game of the episode, guys, and it's a tough one. This could be 3 losses out of 3. It could be a dismal episode. I've made a couple of little changes. Gareth Barry had a glowing reference from the coaches during the pre-season, so I've given him a chance at left back. Milan Petkov has looked quite bright when he's come on. Elise hasn't played quite so well and has been a bit low on fitness, so I've swapped him out. Lundvikson's on the bench, Bergstrom's on the bench, so let's see if those 3 on the bench can change things up a little bit better during the game, or whether who we've got on the pitch can make it a little bit better. And Petkov dribbling through everyone, a defensive midfielder. So it's a brighter start for this game at least, but we don't know what Chelsea have got in the tank. I wonder if they're playing Vassell. No, didn't even make the bench as it goes. Okay, now here comes the Chelsea onslaught. We've dealt with it for now. It's our turn now. And Mutsi looking at getting with a goal. Obviously scored on his debut, but Luca Toni has been the disappointment so far. So it's quite an even game so far to start with. Chances at both ends. Half time's approaching, as we know we're always better in the second half. Oops, he's in an offside position. That's just great. I feel though something's got to give with this team. We've got some good players there. And so far the 2 new centre backs are doing well. Carradas has got an 8.5 rating to start from the first 2 games. A 7 for Grandoni, yes. Bakiroglu, unlucky. Oh, we need to get a goal from somewhere. Bikini, who's not having the best of games at the moment, and he's actually a little bit knackered, so let's give him a rest. Mutsi is the same. Lundviksson to make his debut now. What can he offer the new guy? So where we're usually better in the second half, we haven't offered we barely offered a thing in this game, in the second half. It's a bit worrying. Because even when things don't look great, we always feel as though we can turn things around in the second half. So I don't want to lose that. 96th minute. Oh no. 3 losses out of 3 to start the season. That's... Don't think we're going to have the same kind of season this time, guys, even though we've got a better team. I don't get it. Oh my god. Kept all our better players, added even better players to it, and they were worse. Fuck. Well, that's fucked up. Big time fucked up, that, isn't it? We need that central midfielder. We need that Diaz Sandro to sign for us. Let's hope we can pull that one over the line. Ready for the next episode, guys. Thanks for watching. Dismal start of the season. The worst possible start we could even think of. But, well, I don't know. We'll see how it goes in the next episode. Thanks for watching. Cheerio for now.